Good afternoon, students. Welcome to 7th Standard Social online class. Students, we are studying Economics Unit 1 Production. In our previous class, we have learned the factors of production. What is mean factors of production? There are some inputs are converted into output. The inputs are classified as factors of production, and there are four major factors of production: land, labor, capital, and organization. Yesterday, we have learned the types of production, the types of factors of production, that is primary factors and derived factors. The primary factors are land and labor. Derived factors are capital and organization. These are man-made factors. So this is we call derived factors. Land, labor, capital and organization, these are major factors of production. Yesterday we have finished land and labor. Who was known as the father of economics? Yes, Adam Smith. And his economics is known as wealth economics. He gave a good definition to division of labor. What is mean division of labor? Dividing the process of production into distinct and several components and gave each component to a group of people. Those are specialists in that particular process. This is we call division of labor. Now we will see merits and demerits of division of labor. What are the merit, what are the benefit, and what are the demerits? First, we will see the merits of division of labor. First, it improves efficiency of labor when labor repeats doing the same task. If the labor doing the work repeatedly, it will increase the talent. He will become efficient in that work. Second point, facilitates the use of machinery in production, resulting in invention. There must be some facilities to use machinery in that production. Automatically that leads to invent machinery. For example, Morse telegraphic code. Time and materials are put to the best and most efficient use. We can use the time and material in a proper way. So these are the merits of division of labor. First, it will increase the skill of the labor, efficiency of the labor. Second, we can use machinery in the production. Automatically that leads to invention, and we can use time and material in a proper way. Now we will see demerits of division of labor. Repetition of same tasks makes labor to feel that the work is monotonous and stale. If the labor doing the work repeatedly, same work, he will attain the status of boring. He will become bored in his work. It kills the humanity in him. Automatically, there is no humanism in him because he works like a machine. There is no humanism in the labor. Narrow specialization reduces the possibility of labor to find alternative avenues of employment. He is efficient in a same work. He can't go alternate choice. That leads to unemployment problem. Reduce the growth of handicraft, and the worker loses the satisfaction of having made a commodity in full. The division of labor, when we introduce machinery in the production, it reduces the local handicraft industry. And it also loses the satisfaction of having made a commodity in full, because he can know only a part of the production. He can know only a stitch or in a backing section like that. He couldn't attain the satisfaction in making the commodity fully. So these are the demerit of division of labor. First point, when he doing the work repeatedly, it will leads to a boring state, and automatically he lost the humanism, and he can't go other choices of employment, that leads to unemployment problem. Then third one, the invention of machinery reduced the growth of handicraft industries, and the worker lost the satisfaction in making the commodity fully. Now we will see the third factor of production, capital. Capital is the man-made physical goods used to produce other goods and services. So capital is a derived factor, is a man-made things. In the ordinary language, it means money. Note this one, capital means money. In economics, capital refers to that part of man-made wealth which is used for the further production of wealth. We need money to start production. We have to pay rent to the labor, land, and wages to the labor, and we have to give interest to all the things. We have to pay money for getting raw materials, machines, etc. etc. So we need money. So with that money, we can produce any kind of wealth. All wealth is not capital, but all capital is wealth. According to Marshall, capital consists of those kinds of wealth other than free gifts of nature which yield income. So capital, it means it's a kind of wealth other than free gifts of nature which is going to yield income. The office, this is also a wealth. So it is also capital. Machinery is also a capital, and the total factory is also a capital. Forms of capital. Now we will see what are the different types of capital. There are three types of capital: physical capital, money capital, and human capital. Physical capital or material resources. For example, machine. We have to invest a bulk amount in buying machine, tools, and buildings, etc. So this is we call physical capital. Money capital is nothing but money. Monetary resources like bank deposit, shares, and securities, etc. Human capital, we are investing money in training a people, and we are giving education to the people and health. So this is we call human capital. Then characteristics of capital. Capital is a passive factor of production. Capital is a man-made factor. Capital is not an indispensable factor of production. Capital has the highest mobility. We can transform, we can lift the money from one place to another place. Capital is productive. With the money, we can produce any kind of production. Capital lasts over time. One day it will disappear. Capital will be disappear. Capital involves present sacrifice to get future benefit. So these are the characteristics of capital. Now we will see the fourth factor of production, entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is a person who combine the different factors of productions like land, labor, and capital in the right proportion and initiate the process of production. And he also bear the risk involved in it. So entrepreneur is nothing but an organizer. He joined together all the three factors of productions like land, labor, and capital in a correct way, in a correct proportion or correct ratio. And he start the process of production, and he also take risk in the production. What are the problem arises in making production? He bears the risk. He faces the risk. The entrepreneur is also called an organizer. In modern time, he is called as the changing agent of the society. Note this one. This is an important GK question and one word also. The entrepreneur is also called as changing agent of the society. The society nowadays changing every day in modern times. So he fulfilled the needs of the society in making production. So he is called as the changing agent of the society. He is not only responsible for producing the socially desirable output, but also to increase the social welfare. So he take welfare of the society, and he decide to fulfill the needs of the society. So he is called as changing agent of the society. Now we will see the characteristics of entrepreneur. Identifying profitable investable opportunities. First, he identify which production is a profitable one, and he find opportunities to start the production. Deciding the location of the production unit. If he want to start a sugar factory, he must locate near the sugarcane area. So he decide the location of the production unit. He making he makes innovation in his production, deciding the reward payment and taking risk and facing uncertainties. He bears the risk in the production, and he also facing some uncertainty problem. If there is any loss arises, he has to face a problem. So this is we call entrepreneurship. Identifying profitable investable opportunities, deciding the location of the production unit, making innovation, deciding the reward payment, and taking risk and facing uncertainties. Now we will sum up the point. Production is a process of combining various material input and immaterial inputs in order to make something for consumption. Utility means one satisfying power of a product. Utility or in the nature of form utility, time utility, and place utility. There are three types of production: primary production, secondary production, and tertiary or service production. Inputs are called factors of production, and there are four major factors of production. Land, labor, we have finished yesterday. Today we have studied capital and organization. Capital means money. The concept division of labor was introduced by father of economics Adam Smith in his book An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nation. Who is a changing agent of the society? Yes, entrepreneur. Students, today I will give some home assignment. You copy in your class work note and study well. Thank you.